Today is World Emoji Day, and the group that creates new emojis is revealing what's coming to your keyboard a little later this year. The nonprofit Unicode Consortium makes sure emojis look the same, whether you're using an Android, an iPhone, or any other device. Today, they are showing off some new ones. Jennifer Daniel of the Unicode Consortium joins me now for more. Jennifer, a lot of people behind the scenes are excited for this segment. So walk me through this. Why did you choose to go into work in emojis, and why do you think these are so important for how we communicate now?
I will say I don't know if I chose it, and I feel like it came to me. I know emoji is one of those things where it's just a primal part of how we communicate. Think about how we gesture. Think about nonverbal communication. Emoji are this thing that say they say what the words can't. And so that now that we're communicating more and more digitally on our devices, we need the softer things. We need the whispers. We need more nuance and more fun.
You're sharing 8 new emojis now. Can you walk us through the trombone, the Bigfoot, and the new ones you're about to unveil, and the
Oh, sure.
process of approving them?
Yeah, I mean, hairy creature. There's the hairy creature. I love hairy creature, right? Like there are legends across the world of these creatures that exist. You have Maui in Australia and the Yeren in China and Almasty in Europe. I don't know. There's so many of them, and they're all hairy, right? So we have hairy creature for all of those legends of the thing you thought you saw, um, and then of course distorted face, which is a favorite, of course. It says something like surprise, or it has like an inflated ego, or if you're scared, very much says to me, oh no. And I think what I love about this one is a lot of the newer emoji are exploring materiality as a means of expression, like melty face, right? It was liquefied, and the dotted line face, it's made of dotted lines, right? So where you're playing with material. So distorted face, it's inflated. It's also kind of like a fisheye lens. Either way, it expresses a vulnerability or some sort of tension and flexibility. And it's a visualization we've seen a million times, right? You see it in manga, you see it in movies, you see it in pop culture. So it's familiar and both new.
I was asked before we did this segment what my favorite emoji was, and I had to think of it for a while. And I went with the grimace because I feel like it often conveys how I'm feeling about something, just sort of presenting it to the person, but then also showing like I'm not entirely sure about that, or is this okay, so that they will give me feedback. What do you think that it is that makes people feel a certain kinship to a certain emoji? And what do you make of how they sometimes change in their use, right? You see certain symbols that were literal at first and now have a completely different meaning than they used to.
Oh, I mean, that's the beautiful thing about emoji is our vocabulary with it. We've become more comfortable. We get to experiment with it more. So as each generation gets exposed to it earlier and earlier, they can take risks with it. Right? You're more likely to take risks with something you feel comfortable with. So you decided that grimace is an emoji that really represents some meaningful way. And you then flex and try it in new ways and experiment. And that's how language works. That's how slang and jargon evolve as well. Is language isn't fixed, it's fluid, and it's contextual, and it's based on who you're talking to. You have pet names for your family and friends, and the way we talk now is so different than we used to, and it will be different in the future. And so what I love about emoji is they operate the same ways. We might call it, I don't know, peach emoji, but it's so much more than a peach.
It is so much more than a peach. It certainly has evolved over time. Chair of Unicode's Emoji Standard and Research Working Group, Jennifer Daniel. Jennifer, before I let you go, one quick question. How many things get left on the cutting room floor before you decide to move forward with an emoji?
So many. I mean, it's seemingly infinite. The language, like how many words are there? Always there's not enough of them to express our infinite prismatic emotions. And when it comes to emoji, we only encode very, very few. So I would say there's a lot there's a lot.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Jennifer, great to talk to you. Thank you. Happy World Emoji
Yeah,
Day.